Okay, hello everyone. Let's hope this is streaming. Okay, so let's get started. Now, we're going to do a weekly wrap up as usual. So I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all, let's put the platform up here with our timing and our pricing. Now, as usual, let's go through the process, right? And what is our process? First of all, we want to know what the swing days and the hours were, right? So, as you know, if you don't know, you will. Every week, we've got the swing days in advance, and we've got the swing hours in advance, and we get pricing on the weekly, daily, monthly, and so on. Right? So the important thing here is to know when the swing day is going to happen in advance, obviously. And as usual, you can see here I've got already the whole month of April posted all the way up to the 2nd of May. So, but we're going to take a look at this week. So first, let's start off with gold. So I've got gold. Now the swing day for gold was Thursday, right? So we're expecting the market to come into Thursday. And then, well, let's take a look at the daily first. As you can see, the market is going up, up, up. This is your Thursday. And so this is your Friday. Let's also put this up here so it'll make my life a little easier when showing. So as you can see, Thursday the market made a high price, pretty close to that, 83.21. As you know, you're probably following, if you're following the daily videos, I had a price up here as well, and I estimated that to be about what was it, 50, yeah, to 3,150. And on Thursday, that 3,150 at a trading hour there, that's your trading hour. This is your Thursday. All right, and that's your Friday. Remember, Thursday is a 15-minute chart. So market makes a high. We're in that zone, and we had 3,174 as well up here. So I did say if we come up into any trading hours, I'm okay to sell it. Why? Because it's a swing day. Knowing Thursday is a swing day, all right, if you're long in a position, you don't want to stay long, or you want to make sure your stops are pushed all the way up, okay? Because if you're having trade management issues, or you don't know, or you think the market's got room to go up, fair enough. If you've got an opinion that the market's got room to go up, that's fine. But what you can do, knowing that it's a swing day in advance, all the way from Monday, or all the way from last month actually, knowing that in advance, it's like, okay, this is going to be a swing day, so the market's going to probably turn around, highly likely that it will do so. If I've got a trade open, do I want to take profit? If so, at what time do I want to do that? If so, at what price do I want to do that? And understanding those price levels from the PST, obviously for our style of trading at the GlobalTrader.Club, is important, because as you can see, this is the monthly chart, and it bounced off that level. As you can see, that red line is 85.3942, right? 85.3942, and the highest we did was 85.32, so pretty much on the dot. And that's how the market came down. Why? Because PST levels on a higher time frame is big fish eat little fish principle, and that's how we kind of, manage the trade. So that's good. Let's take a look at some hours, because we're not just calculating the swing days, but we're also calculating the swing hours, aren't we, during the day. So if I tighten this up a little bit, first of all, until Thursday, we don't have anything on gold, and look what has happened. Now that's Thursday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right. So as you can see, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the market's just going sideways. Hasn't done anything at all. All right. Come Thursday, it's a swing day, and the market goes up to a trading hour at the highs of the PST monthly level, and then falls down twice in that day like a rock. Once, and then in London, trading hour is here. That's the trading hour in London on a Thursday, market coming down. Now I talked about this level in a video I did as well, called Trading Problems Part 1. You can see it there as well. we had these levels on a PST. In fact, you can see that 3014 as well here. What is that 3014? Where did I get that from? Well, that is the weekly PST level there. All right, which is 68.55 right here. Now that 68.55 translates to a price, a weekly price, because that's the weekly PST, right? And the weekly PST pricing will not change until the next week opens. So the minute this opens on Sunday in the Asia session, I've got a weekly price. So that's already target. All these prices I noted in the daily videos, if you're following them, so you can see where the market could go to, and that's 3013.99. So I did mark on the chart 3014 as a target on Friday, either Friday or Thursday, or would have done it earlier in the week even, that's possible. Because once you got those numbers for the weekly, the monthly, they can stay there all week, all month for the monthly, and so on. So the market goes all the way into that PST level at a trading hour too. This is the trading hour, and you can see the market bounces up straight away as well. So that's important to know. Why? Because a PST level for us is important, and when it matches time, that's a bingo day. So the market having a swing day Thursday, market going down, as you can see on those hours, down, on the hour up as well. Okay, so obviously no selling here. And also on Friday, you can see the market coming down in New York all the way into that weekly PST level there. Okay, this is taking out the stops, bang, coming down. But this is a trading hour, as you can see here, right? So you should be able to see all these levels. That's your trading hour there. In fact, let me get rid of it. If I want to do something, let's do it a bit better. Okay, so this is a trading hour here. Okay, and then it comes all the way in. Now these are trading hours, and the market breaks down, okay, because it did it on Thursday, the day before. Okay, bounced up from there, comes down here. Now at the trading hour, we have a breakout, which is what we like to see. We've got a PST price target on the weekly. Trading hours here as well. Market comes into that zone. That's it. Take your profit. And bingo. All right. So that's gold. Let's take a look at the euro dollar and see how that panned out. Now with the euro dollar, let's take a look. Well, it was there a minute ago. There you go. So Monday, Friday, right? We had swing days Monday and Friday. Let's see how that panned out. Now on Monday, euro dollar. Okay, so this was Monday, right? There's your Monday. So on Monday, at the beginning of the week, I did say, look, we can sell this down, okay? And the market went down a little bit, as you can see those 2 days here. Let me make this slightly smaller, okay? And then I thought actually we could have more room to go down because we've got gaps to fill here. But on Wednesday, the market broke out, as you can see. Now, once the market breaks out, that's a PST breakout. So obviously, you want to be on top of your game if it breaks out. And it's going the other way, which is fair enough. And the next swing day is a Friday. So if I have a sell location, and if you're following my videos, right, if you're following the channel, you will see that I had this rectangle from like maybe weeks, maybe months ago. It's like ages ago, all right? Why? Because from our monthly buy, which was right here, okay, because from this level onwards, as you can see, like 4 months ago, we're like on the buy mode, okay, on the euro dollar going upwards. And where did we want to go up into? This zone here ultimately. Okay, so I did say, you know, we should be going there in a waving kind of way, but it just broke out straight away. Now this is not a problem. Why? Because if the market had a swing day Monday, so we went down for 2 days, and then on Wednesday it all of a sudden went the other way. So even if I was stopped out on that one, let's come into Wednesday and check it out. Okay, so this is your Wednesday. So 2 things could have happened here. We don't sell the lows, so I would have sold here. Okay, if any trader sold here, they would have been stopped out here. Why? Because if time and price, okay, are wrong, you don't want to be in the trade. So if the market stops me out, that's a very small stop loss. This is why this whole strategy is based on time and price, minimizing risk and maximizing profit. So the stop losses are very, very tight. So the next day, Thursday, as you can see, market shoots up. Now, if on Wednesday we broke out, and you want to be a buyer now. Why? Because the PST has broken out. Okay, now once it does that, you need to look for a good price to get in. And as you can see here, we had the PST levels on Thursday there. Those PST levels on a price were here. Okay, these white lines here, 1.0830, they're on a PST level pricing. So that's on the daily chart going up. On the weekly, okay, you can see the market had room to go up there. It's gone above it, which is fine. But on the monthly is more interesting. Look where we came up to. 58.73 is this red line here. And the market did 58.91 and then sold off. That 58.73 as a price was 1136, so 1.1136. I hope you can see it there. 58.73. You see, we've got a price for everything. All of these lines have a price tag on them. 1136. So if I go to the 15-minute chart on Friday, 1136, or on Thursday, 1136, because that was a Monday, so that was a monthly. This is your 1136 right there. Okay, that's your 1136. Just there we go. Okay, 1136, pretty much on the dot. Now check it out. I've got a monthly price. Oops, let's get back to the euro dollar. I've got a monthly price, 58, 1136.1. I've got Thursday market coming into a PST level, 1136 exact, at a trading hour. You see, these are the vertical lines where the trading hours are, right? So that's your kill zone. And once you've got your PST pricing and your time, that's it. Now, once the market sells off, look where it goes down to. It goes into the trading hours again. Okay, so it comes down. These are the trading hours. So this is how you keep managing the trade, because you're not just looking at price, you're looking at time. Okay, so we want to sell, which is fine, because it's a monthly PST level at the right time of the day. Okay, and then on Friday, we've got a swing day for the euro dollar, right? So Friday swing day, which is great. And now let's check out the hours for Friday. Okay, so these are your trading hours. Let me just check out the others as well for Friday. Okay, so here is Friday. Let's see. Swing hours. 10 past 3, 4:35, 5:25. 10 past 3. Let's see where 10 past 3 is. There's your 10 past 3 on that bar. And then 4:35 to 5:25. 4:35. That's your 4:35 to 5:25 in that zone there. So the market is up and then comes back exactly to where they bought before, mucks around here a little bit and then drops off. So those were the hours to look out for. Afterwards, market will have sudden moves going towards 750, 850, 1050. So I've got, what's that? This is 750. All right, pretty much 750, 850 is there. Okay, and then what, 11 o'clock should be around here somewhere. Okay, so 11. So market, as you can see, coming down. Now, I did give a bit of a warning on this day. I did say the market will be a bit violent. Okay, and you can see like the market got chopped up a little bit. But at the end of the day, still knowing the hours, okay, is enough for us to make sure we can manage the trade. So there was 1050 there as well. So it was a bit of a, drama location. 1050 is pretty much there. Okay, 1050, 11 o'clock there, 11:30 is going to be on this bar there. Okay, as you can see. So understanding that we've got trading hours and we've got a swing day and the market is high. If I've got a swing day and the market is high, I'm looking for a place to sell. This is the sell zone, right? Also, if you're interested in doing technical analysis for time and price, I've put a mini course in the Stan website, which you can check out. Specifically, I've designed it specifically for time and price trading for club members who haven't taken technical analysis or don't know technical analysis. It'll help you along the way if you're interested. Now, that's euro dollar. Okay, so understanding that we had swing days, Monday, Friday is good. Why? Because if the market goes the other way, which it did on Wednesday, right after Monday, we sell off. Wednesday, market shoots up. I know we've got room to go up to a place until Friday. That means Thursday, any opportunity to get into the market is fair game. Okay, and that allows the person, the trader, to jump in on Thursday whenever they see fit. This is a trading hour here. Okay, now this obviously is not the place to get in. Why? Because the market's already up and you're already where the PST level is. All right, but knowing you've got a price, a time, and a swing day helps. Let's take a look at SP 500. So on the SP 500, now this is important to check out as well. This is really nice because on the SP 500 we had Tuesday and Thursday, and then we had Monday on Dow Jones and Nasdaq together. So on Monday, on Monday's video, I did say, guys, what you can do is also go long on the SP 500 because the market is down and it's a swing day, Monday, right? So we can actually take advantage of that because indices go together, and that is your Monday, all right? So Monday we go up, Tuesday we go up. On Wednesday we have to be careful. Why? Because on Wednesday Nasdaq has a swing day, all right? Dow Jones and SP 500 have it on a Thursday. So now what do we have to look out for? But you're going to say, Marty, you got a bunch of days there. You're right. So we're going to match it to a price, okay? And this is where the PST comes into play, all right? Now look what's going on here. If I take a look at the weekly, okay, I've got lines here which the market did not meet, all right? On the monthly, I see we've got room to come down, okay, into there. We still had some room to come down in the middle of the week. On the daily, all right, that's your Wednesday. So when you're looking at Wednesday, the market, the PST level looked like this. Because this is daily, this is changing. It was looking like this. So we had a line from here going all the way to there. All right. Now on the daily, because the daily is going to change every day, right? If there is a new setup coming in on the daily, it's going to change every day. Okay. So on Wednesday, this is what it looked like, this white dotted line here. You can see that red bar before it fell off there touched exactly that red line, and then it boom fell down. So on a Wednesday, what was going on? This is Wednesday. Now this is the day when Trump started that tariff thing, didn't he? He came up with a list of tariffs and stuff. So let's take a look at Wednesday swing hours. Did we have anything? What did we have on a Wednesday? Let's check it out. Let's make this half screen. Okay, put it on this side. Now Wednesday I had 11:35 in London, because the others were Asian sessions, so I wasn't in the Asia session, but this is your 11:35. So London sells off. Then we've got, what have I said here? I said, let me make this bigger, because otherwise you're not going to see it. 11:35, and then some pushy moves can come until 3:45. Where's 3:45? 3:45 is right there. Okay, some pushy moves, a little bit of a pushy move there, nothing hectic, but it has brought us down into 3:45, which we shouldn't be complaining about. Okay, so that's fine. And then because the market is down, the next trade hours are 6:15 to 6:45. 6:15. Now, as you can see, 3:45, market's shooting up. 6:15 is there. 6:45 is there. All right. Now, this is a trade hour. Okay. Let's also take a look. And then I've got 9:20 to 11:30. So 9:20 is right there. You can see how the market is bouncing off levels. And then I've got 11:20. Now 11:20 is on that bar. Okay, 11:30, I'm sorry. 11:30 is on this bar here. Okay, but by that time, that price is done. The price is done at the 11:15 bar, and then we have a big flop down, okay, after it touches the PST on the trading hour. The next day is Thursday, just going all the way into Friday. If you take a look at the trading hours, okay, see how this is panning out. Okay, as you can see, let's make this a little thinner. See, that's the trading hour, London. Market pushing down, New York down, New York afternoon into the evening session down. This is London pushing down right into the trading hours. Again, trading hours pushing down, trading hours pushing down, trading hour pushing down, trading hour pushing down. Now I want you to just notice these things here. Let me get rid of them so it makes sense. Every time the market is at a time, it's gone up, and then on the next time it's come down. Okay, now these two lines here, they're together. Why? Because if you take a look, okay, if you take a look, I've got 6:15 to 6:45, so those three bars, right? The 6:15, the 6:30, and the 6:45. Let me see, let's just double check. Okay, so that is, let's double check and not be lazy. This is 4:30 on a Friday. What am I looking on a Wednesday for? 4:30 there, 5:25, right? So those are the hours there, 4:35 to 5:25. Okay, so that's your 4:35 to 5:25 market pushing down in those hours. Now we come to the next trading hours. If you take a look at the next trading hour, the market's gone sideways here. It's gone up first of all. It's gone up, then sideways. At the trading hour, it's gone down. Again, coming up to another trading hour right there, selling off. Coming to another trading hour, selling off. Okay, so this is why the trading hours are like important, because if I'm going a direction, if the trading hour is pulling the price up, then at that trading hour, what am I doing? I'm going to slap it down. Okay, if it's pulling it down, I'm going to hit it up. Okay, so knowing the direction, knowing it's a swing day. Also, I did say Friday is a swing day for all of them. And in the video as well, I said Friday, you know, at the end of the day, we could have a swing level. Now look at this price level here, 5,020. Okay, so we've got a 5,020. Where's that coming from? Let's see. If I take a look at the weekly, it's not the weekly, despite the fact that I've got 4,995 here. 5,078 I've got there. On the weekly, it's not there as well, so I'm not sure where I got that 5,020, but since I've got it there, it has to be from a level that we measured, okay, including, you know, including a daily or an intraday maybe, I don't know. Okay, but understanding we've got a place to get to 5,020, okay, is, you know, something we've got to like on the cards there. Maybe I'll put it in there from a previous day as well. That's also a possibility. Okay, but understanding that we've got targets, that we've got places we can go down into at trading hours, even that level there, 5,078.34. You see, that is a target. On the PST, we've got a lower target. So next week, we'll probably get into this target. Okay. On the weekly, there's room to come down. As you can see, I've got 4,995 there. But that 5,220, I'm not sure. Maybe I've got 5,216 on the 48, but that's done already. Okay, yeah, that's done. 5,020. So I don't know where I got that from, but obviously the white lines I always put are from the PST levels. Okay, let's take a look at also, let's take a look at Dow Jones. All right, so that's SP 500. Now we could do this for everything, and we should be able to do it for everything. So if we have a swing day, swing hour price, and then, you know, we know where the direction is, we should be pushing in that direction. And then if it's a swing day, the market must go to a place. It needs to go to a target, right? So on the Dow Jones, let's see on the monthly where we're at. So on the monthly, I drew that white line before. Why? Because of that 45 level. Now this is the monthly, right? I've got 45.92 here, and that's a price of 38,029.50. So 38,029. Let me bring one of these down. 38,029.50 is, guys, it's just there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make it exactly according to the PST. 38,029. Now I'm even going to put the 50. That's where it is. You can see exactly where the market stopped right there. That's PST pricing. All right, so that's the kind of precision we're looking for. Now with the swing hours as well, if you just put it up, let's see this. Let's first check out the swing days for Dow Jones, right? So let's take it at an individual level. So I had Monday, Thursday, Friday. Now Thursday/Friday means Thursday or Friday. Okay, so we've got to be mindful on those days. And then we got Monday, but with Monday I already told you that we were buyers. Whoop, let's get rid of that. We were buyers. Why? Because they had swing days with NASDAQ, so buying on a Monday was the way to go. Now let's see, let's just get back here. That's your Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. And look, Monday New York session, trading hours going up. That's your 4:30. Let's take a look at Monday, New York morning session, 4:25 to 4:55. And I've got 5:25 to 5:55. And I said needs care until 6 o'clock. Obviously, that's UTC +3, my time. Right, so until 6 o'clock, it needs care. That's the market turning around. That's your 6 o'clock. But if it finds direction, it should continue to 9:30 and possibly 11:30. If you knew that, obviously, from a month ago. Remember, I posted this on the 22nd of March. So if you knew that already, then all you had to do is just follow it through. Oh, that's your 9:30, 11:30, and so on. Okay, so as you can see, if you have time and price on your side, you are much better off trading. All right, and that's just how it is. Same thing, that's on a Tuesday. That's your Wednesday big push down. Thursday, Friday coming all the way in there. Okay, Thursday, let's see how the market gave us hours. What did I have here? This is New York, so 4:55 to 10 past 5. 4:55. 4:55. This is your 4:55 right there. 10 past 5 is the next bar, isn't it? It's this one. So on that bar, you see how the market fell down, comes into the trading hours, bang, and just goes down. Then what else did we have? 7:40, 9:30, 10:15. 7:40. Market goes into 7:40. This is your 7:40. 9:30 there. And that's your closing 11:30, right? 11:15, 11:30. On a Friday, 11:30 there. On the Thursday, did I mark in the days wrong again? This is your Thursday. Silly me. The timing worked though. That's your 10 past 5 there, 4:55 there. All right, Thursday, 4:55 to 10 past 5. 4:55 to 10 past 5, market dipping down. Then 10 past 7 is there. That's your 10 past 7. Sorry, it should be 7:40. My mistake. 7:40 is right there. Going all the way into 9:30, 10:15 on a Thursday. 9:30 is there. 10:15 is there. Okay, sizzling down, and that's basically it. Okay, and that's your Friday. All right, and that Friday I just did here. Friday, let's see what London did. Do I have a London hour? 10 o'clock, 8:05. Well, that's way before London, but 10:05 is pretty close to London. Let's see, 10:05. 10:05 is there. London, pre-trade session, market just selling off. New York brings it up into the trading hours, just pushing it down until we get to 38,029, which happens to be 45.92, 38,029. All right, so that's fair enough. I think we've done that target. All right, so we've still got room to come down, obviously, on the long term, but as you can see, that's like pretty well. Okay, let's take a look at NASDAQ. Let's not be lazy. So on NASDAQ, let's check it out. Okay. Right then, this is NASDAQ, right? So NASDAQ we had, let's take a look at the swing days again. So we had all the way up there. So we had a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's your Monday, that's your Wednesday, that's your Friday. Okay, beautiful. So your swing day, Monday. This is why I said Dow Jones and NASDAQ, they both got Monday swing day. We can buy on a Monday, go up and then sell off. Now, once again, if you take a look at the swing hours and the swing days, it's going to be the same thing. We check them out. But here the important thing is, if I make this a little bigger, this is the daily. Let's make this one bigger. Now, as you know, on the daily, you know, the chart changes, but on Wednesday, you can check the videos as well. On Wednesday, this is how it looked like. You can see once again, okay, you can see from the red circle to the red circle, I'm just drawing a straightforward line, okay? Nothing mystical about it. Market was exactly on that line and then it fell off. On the weekly, all right, I had that level. This is an HCL1, 19,913, that thin red line. Now 19,913, I'm just going to bring this into Wednesday. 19,913 is just there. Okay, for the sake of argument, I've just put it to 19,915, but that is pretty much it. And on the daily, on that day, you can check out the videos as well. You'll see that that is the price the PST level here gave us. And then the market shot down. Whether Trump is giving you news or not, it doesn't matter who's talking. Okay, it just doesn't matter. If I've got a PST price, if it's a swing day, you got a swing hour, that's it, you take it. All right, and that's basically it. And then Thursday, let's take a look at Thursday again. What do we have for hours on a Thursday? So let's see. Let's first of all check out Monday, because Monday was a swing day for this, right? But Monday was a swing day, and it was the same thing with the Dow Jones. Remember, I said they're both on a swing day. So we had that 445, 455 on a Monday, right? Remember, 455, it needs care until 6 o'clock. All right, 425, 455, you need to be careful until 6 o'clock. If it finds direction, we're going all the way until 9:30, 11, or whatever I said there, 11:30 and 9:30. As you can see also, the market went up. So if you went long, you would have been all right. That's your 9:30 there, and this should be your 11:30 there. All right, so market finds direction going into there, so you should be just fine on that one. And then on Wednesday, we just took a look, and on Thursday, Friday, the same trading hours, okay, just like with the others. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, you can do this for anything. I don't know whatever you're trading, but obviously with the swing days, it's going to be different for every asset, right? Because every asset has got a different character. It's got a different kind of like movement to it. Just like, you know, people are different, assets are different. And this is Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, I did say, you know, this isn't a descending triangle. I do want to go down with it. I did say if it comes up, you can sell this as well. If you take a look at the weekly, I had a bit of a dilemma with this because we had a breakout last week, and then I said, okay, you know what, you know, it's a drama, okay? But overall, the bias was down, just like with the indices. So I did say if it does go up, you can, if you want to do so, sell it off. When was the swing days for Bitcoin? It was a Friday and a Saturday. So today is a Saturday. Well, look what happened. Friday market makes it up here. Nothing relevant though, it's on a sideways market. Okay, so no big deal at all. If after this Thursday you bought on a Friday, you should have been okay. Okay, but Friday, Saturday, the market is still on a downwards motion. This is like bearish. Okay, so if you need to know, obviously, a little bit of technical analysis as well. This is why I always say technical analysis, money management first, and then do the timing. All right, there's a reason for it. So on the Bitcoin, we did have a bit of a drama there, and I did mention it in the beginning of the week. I said, guys, you need to be careful because we've got a breakout there. But at the end of the day, we've got room to come down into that monthly. It's a price of 56, and that's 75,979. Okay, which you can put in there, because I think that's where we're gonna head down towards. All right, and that's how it is. So if you know the timing and the pricing, this is how it pans out. Sometimes they ask if the hours match also for Bitcoin. Whatever the hours I put there, in any case, you want to bring the time and price, your bias, together. You don't want to just jump into a trade because it's the time, okay? Because if the time is in the middle level, in a mid-range, I often say in the videos, I say, listen, if you're in the mid zone, stay out. Trade on the edges. That's why we got the PST indicator for. If you take a look at the, all of them on the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and just go back to Nasdaq, you'll see a PST is going to give us a price. If you want to trade it, you want to trade it at the right price at the right time. It's like being at the right place at the right time, the right price at the right time. And this is how you can, work on it. So if you got a swing day Wednesday, you got a price on a PST level on a daily and a weekly, or a weekly monthly, or daily monthly. They like all come together. You're like, okay, this is it. This is where you want to be. And then your trading hours, you can see here, this is like 15 minutes off, but normally we're like pretty spot on. Okay, so 15 minutes off on a swing day, bouncing off a PST, is not a big deal. It really is not. And to just think about it, it's coming out at the end of the day when Trump is doing, all the announcements and stuff. And even if you were wrong and bought the low, okay, because you don't want to be selling. Okay, when the price is down, we're not selling. We're only going to be selling if the price is up there. So what you would have done, if you made a mistake, let's say you sold here, okay, you said, Marty, price went up and I sold, you would be correct, because it's a swing day and you sold at a trading hour when the market was high. That's correct. You would have been stopped out, but your stop loss would have been somewhere around here, nowhere too far out. Okay, also you also had the PST pricing. Okay, so always having a price, like where can this go to, is always also a question. But if you did make a mistake, your stop loss would have been very tight, and sometimes they happen. This is not a 100% system, but understanding time and price, understanding where the PST levels are, is really important. And think about it, the PST price and the timing, they match on a day when Trump is making announcements and the market is just going nuts. Okay, imagine knowing those days and hours, like from days and weeks in advance, and you don't know what Trump is going to do or say. You see what I mean? So you never know what's going to happen in the world, but you got swing days and swing hours that work nevertheless. I mean, that's like, it's like weird, but true. All right, I hope that helps. Hope this live stream went okay. I don't know about doing all this technical stuff, so we'll see how things go. Have a good weekend, have a good Sunday. I've put up a new article on the blog. If you go to GlobalTrader.Club, there's a new blog post there. There's going to be another one regarding the videos I just published as well. There's an article for every video. And if you're interested in time and price trading, like I said, I put a mini course up in stan.store/GlobalTrader.Club. If you are interested, there's also a free PDF there about time and price trading. You can just go in there and download it. All right, have a good weekend.